bell sounds for this second part of the gauntlet. Azrael taking shots, just chopped down by the Deadly Sin 7. Jeremy Vane is not taking his eyes off the Deadly Sin 7. Jeremy, what's going through your mind right now?
What's going through my mind is if 7 had been here 3 years ago when I left Anarchy, there probably wouldn't have been a comeback. If I had known there was a guy like this employed with this company, I am not sure I would have came back.
I can't say I blame you. The Deadly Sin 7 has been just an unstoppable force here at Anarchy. Azrael's going to have a tough time in the second period of the gauntlet. His second match, the first match for the Deadly Sin 7.
And in matches like this, that 5-minute time limit is a little bit of help, because if you can get the decision in those 5 minutes, you got to think you've only been in there just a few minutes. But when you see 7 coming down, that's got to be just plain depressing as hell.
And they're only going to get bigger. Still to come, superstars like Jagged Edge, Shadow Jackson, and of course, wrestling's dangerous weapon, Jeter, the 475
Oh, come on, look at this.
Dee Byers, take a look at this.
Maybe I should go down the ringside.
Dee Byers seemed to be intimidated by 7, missed the interference. Big slam by the Deadly Sin 7. He goes for the cover. This could be it.
Dee Byers is intimidated by his own shadow.
Your winner of this round,
you see, this
the Deadly Sin
the
7.
Have to beg and plead for title matches. These guys, you know, looking at 7, you can tell what he brings to the table, how dangerous of a man he is, and they still pull that same crap.
And introducing the next competitor in the Gauntlet Turmoil match.
Definitely are red hot to see these two behemoths square off.
And the bell has sounded on this third period. Shadow Jackson versus the Deadly Sin 7. The second match now for the Deadly Sin 7 in the gauntlet. The first for Shadow Jackson.
And he's not even broken a sweat yet. Look at 7. Such excellent cardio conditioning. He's been through one guy, and not just any guy. He's been through Azrael, and he's not even sweating. Unbelievable.
Shadow Jackson with a shot to the midsection in the face of the Deadly Sin 7. They're out on the floor. A count out is still another loss out here. The matches can end pinfall, submission, count out, disqualification, or the 5-minute time limit draw. Remember, the time limit draw will eliminate both superstars, and we will start fresh with 2 new athletes in the ring.
You know, just a few weeks ago, these guys were in a major brawl. Imagine that.
Yeah.
A major brawl right here at ringside that the whole locker room
every
had to be a part
superstar
of.
was out here. I've never seen that many people out around ringside at one time. Referee Dee Byers were wise to get back into the corner away from the Deadly Sin 7 as Shadow Jackson tries to take him down.
If it had been up to me, trust me, I would have let those guys kill each other. But hey, that's a selfish opinion from your heavyweight champion.
I was going to say, as heavyweight champion, I think you're entitled to that opinion, because that's 2 fewer challengers to contend for your title.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't wish injury on anybody, but if your 6 top contenders all kill each other, hey.
It thins the herd a little bit.
You know, I've never said I was a nice guy. I'll take it how I can get it, boss man.
I don't blame you at all. As the action goes back out onto the floor, this turmoil match under gauntlet rules, 5-minute periods. The second period that the Deadly Sin 7's been in, the first for Shadow Jackson.
You know, as concentrated, as important as the Anarchy Championship is to Jeff G. Bailey, you would think he would have his big monster in the ring right now instead of messing around on the floor where you can't win the match.
Well, Jeff G. Bailey knows what Shadow Jackson is capable of. Jackson, a former member of the Elite, was a member of the Elite until Franklin Dove's edict that super groups here, or the factions, if you will, can only have 3 members in them at any given time. When that happened, wrestling's dangerous weapon, Jeter, Shadow Jackson, his tag team partner, Nemesis, were 3 of the superstars that were let go from the Elite and formed their own group, Unforgivable Blackness.
Well, let me just say for the record, when Shadow Jackson shook the hand of Jeff G. Bailey for the first time, a piece of me was broken. My heart was broken, and it's not because I've ever loved Shadow Jackson. Oh, God.
Big body slam, just rocking the canvas. Goes for the cover.
It's so disappointing because I always thought Shadow Jackson was a stand-up guy, and I've never liked him, but I've always had a ton of respect for that man.
Shadow Jackson going back out onto the floor. You see Jeff G. Bailey getting out of dodge. Double axe handle by the Deadly Sin 7. I believe we've only got about a minute and a half left in this period.
Wow. These guys better step it up or they're both eliminated.
And they're going to risk going to the time limit as 7 just thrown into the turn post. Shadow Jackson telling him, count him out, count him out.
Shadow's no dummy. He'll take it however he can get it.
But Shadow Jackson was calling for the count out. I don't get it. Why would you attack 7 when he's that close to the apron? Because that's going to end the referee's count.
You know, I said he's no dummy, but he's not the brightest color in the crayon box either.
1 minute remains in the 5-minute period. 1 minute.
As you heard from Jonathan Feltner, 60 seconds remaining in the period.
These guys better turn it on. Shadow Jackson realizes the urgency, and he's jumping on 7. 7, just slow, methodical, and brutal, as always.
But this is not when you want to get slow. This is when you want to speed up your game. Yes, those clubbing forearms in the corner are going to wear down Jackson, but will it wear it down enough to pin him in only the next 30 seconds or so?
You know, these guys, this is personal for them. Maybe they've both forgotten about the championship, which is all right with me, but maybe they've forgotten about the championship, what they're out here for, and I think they're just trying to beat each other up. Maybe they've lost track of time.
And as we say, in the course of battle, they may not have even heard Jonathan Feltner's count.
Now Bailey's on it. Bailey's
10, 9, 8, 7,
I don't
6,
think they're going to make it. He's going for the
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Excellent.
Well, that's it. That's
Ladies
the end
and
of the
gentlemen,
period.
the 5-minute period has expired.
You know, I'm a
Therefore,
fighting
both
champion. I'll take
competitors
on any of these
are
guys.
eliminated from the
I'm not
turmoil
gonna
match.
say I don't feel like